What if I told you that Red Dead Redemption 1 runs at 4K at a solid 60 frames a second on the PlayStation 5? Welcome back to another video here on the channel for tech and gaming reviews. And it's actually been a little over a year since we got the 60 FPS option for Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PlayStation 5. Now, however, this is not a native PlayStation 5 version port of the game. This is just essentially the backwards compatible version on the PlayStation 4 running on a PlayStation 5 system. And this is definitely a huge improvement to this masterpiece of a game from Rockstar. And honestly, with playing Undead Nightmare, this is definitely a huge improvement, especially when you are playing Undead Nightmare. Now, this is not just for a particular PlayStation 5 console users, like we're talking the PlayStation 5 Pro. This is with all PlayStation 5 users that have this game and that have it on their PlayStation 5. It is not just for the PlayStation 5 Pro. It is not just for the PlayStation 5 Slim or the PlayStation 5 launch OG models. This is for all models of the PlayStation 5. And honestly, I think that this definitely does bring in a lot more life to this masterpiece of a game from Rockstar. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, they've not done this with RDR2 and not even released a native version of RDR2 for PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. But however, I am going to say, though, there is a rumor / leak that RDR2 might actually be getting a native PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S version in just a few months coming up in March. And this could indeed be another reason as to why GTA 6, if it does, however, get delayed into 2026, this could very well be another reason. But there was a video that showed a trailer that was leaked on Twitter, well, technically X, I should say, that showed off RDR2 with a March 2025 release window for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, which is going to be pretty darn awesome to finally be able to play RDR2 at 4K visuals, whether if it be at 4K 30 frames a second, or we have the option to play at a smooth 60 frames a second at 1080p. This is definitely something that the fans have really been wanting. And indeed, we don't even have that, except for Red Dead Redemption 1. However, there is a bonus with RDR1 on the PlayStation 5, and that is the 60 FPS mode that even the Xbox Series X and S don't offer. So, the best place to play Red Dead Redemption 1 on console is indeed the PlayStation 5. And honestly, I think they need to do this with RDR2, and a lot of people have desperately been begging Rockstar to finally release a native PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X versions of RDR2, which would be really awesome and dope, and it definitely would make us want to replay the game at least 2 more times and be able to get trophies and achievements for the new versions of the game and to re-experience the better versions of those games. Well, better version, I should say, of the game. I know, better version of the game. But with this 60 FPS mode that Rockstar has finally released a year ago for RDR2 for PlayStation 5, this definitely does bring in a lot more life to this masterpiece of a game. And even playing Undead Nightmare, it's definitely a whole new different experience while playing Undead Nightmare at a much more consistent, smoother frame rate. I mean, you just really cannot go wrong with this. And like I stated, this is not just for a particular console user like PlayStation 5 Pro users. This is for all versions of the PlayStation 5s, including the launch models. And honestly, they just done a lot for this game with this remaster. And ever since I heard that they added 60 FPS last year, it was definitely so nice that this is something that they honestly done. Now, I know what you're thinking yourself. You're like, well, dude, that's been over a year ago. But I just figured I would share my experience and share my thoughts even a year later to say how good that this game really, really is, especially with 60 FPS on PlayStation 5. Now, they did release this game, however, for PC just a little over a month ago, and there are some benefits with the PC version, thank goodness, but honestly, this is definitely the best way to play the game on console, is by popping in your PlayStation 4 version of your disc, or if you are digitally downloading it, like what we did, and manually playing it off the PlayStation 5. This is absolutely the best way to play Red Dead Redemption 1 on console, and I'm definitely excited with our additional space of storage that we got for our PlayStation 5. I'm definitely excited to hopefully revisit and replay the storyline again at this nice, smoother frame rate. But with that being said, there is a good chance that RDR2 could be coming out for the native, like, PlayStation 5 versions and such. There's a good chance that that game might be finally getting a full-on native release for the current gen consoles in March of 2025. But I would still take this with a tiny pinch of grain of salt, because this leak could very well indeed not be true whatsoever. But with that being said, this is definitely the best place to play Red Dead Redemption 1, is by playing it on your PlayStation 5 via backwards compatibility. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoy this video of us talking about Red Dead Redemption 1 on PS5 at 60 frames. Let us know in the comment section down below if you are somebody that bought this game when it came out last year for the remaster, or if you basically got it not too long ago, and how satisfied are you that this masterpiece of a game from Rockstar plays at a much more smoother frame rate on your PlayStation 5. Let us know in the comment section down below, and let us know if you hope that this leak / rumor of RDR2 getting a full-on current-gen native version in a couple of months. Let us know if you hope that that is true. But without further we say, this is Tech and Gaming Reviews. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next one.